Fellow gardeners, let me share something that completely changed my perspective on waste in the garden. Last year, I found myself drowning in Amazon boxes after the holidays, feeling guilty about tossing all that cardboard into recycling. That's when it hit me. What if this waste could become black gold for my plants instead? After months of experimenting and fine-tuning my approach, I've discovered that cardboard isn't just compostable, it's actually one of the most valuable brown materials you can add to your compost pile. If you've been throwing away cardboard or feeling overwhelmed by the constant stream of delivery boxes, I'm here to show you how to transform every piece into nutrient-rich compost that will make your garden thrive. This isn't just about reducing waste, it's about creating a sustainable cycle that feeds your soil while keeping valuable organic matter out of landfills. Before we dive into the how-to, let's talk about why cardboard is such a composting superstar. Cardboard is essentially wood pulp that's been processed and formed into sheets, making it an excellent source of carbon or brown material in composting terms. Your compost pile needs a balanced ratio of carbon-rich browns and nitrogen-rich greens, typically around 30-1, and cardboard helps you achieve this balance beautifully. What makes cardboard particularly special is its structure. Unlike newspaper or other paper products, cardboard has corrugated layers that create air pockets as they break down. These air spaces are crucial for proper decomposition, allowing oxygen to flow through your pile and preventing it from becoming a smelly, anaerobic mess. You know, I've noticed that compost piles with cardboard tend to maintain better moisture levels too, since the material kinda acts like a sponge, soaking up extra water during wet periods and then slowly releasing it when things dry out. The key here is choosing the right cardboard. Plain, uncoated cardboard boxes are your best bet. Think shipping boxes, cereal boxes, and egg cartons. It's important to avoid anything with plastic coating, heavy inks, or wax finishes, because these can introduce harmful chemicals to your compost and eventually, to your garden soil. Here's where honestly a lot of gardeners go wrong. They think they can just toss whole boxes into their compost pile. While cardboard will eventually break down on its own, proper preparation really speeds up the process and makes sure everything decomposes evenly. Start by removing all tape, labels, and staples from your cardboard. I keep a dedicated box cutter and a pair of pliers in my garage just for this purpose. Those plastic shipping labels and packing tape won't break down in your compost, and metal staples can create hazards when you're eventually working the finished compost into your beds. Next, you'll want to size your cardboard appropriately. I've found that pieces no larger than 6 inches work best. Smaller pieces decompose faster, but going too small creates a matted mess that can actually slow decomposition. For large boxes, I like to break them down into roughly hand-sized pieces. It's therapeutic work that I often do while listening to gardening podcasts. The secret step that most people skip is preconditioning the cardboard. Soak your prepared pieces in water for about 30 minutes before adding them to your pile. This initial moisture helps kickstart the microbial activity that drives decomposition. During dry seasons, I'll soak cardboard overnight in a large basin, and the difference in breakdown speed is remarkable. Now comes the fun part, building a compost system that maximizes your cardboard's potential. I use what I call the lasagna method, with cardboard forming the foundation layers. Start with a 4-inch layer of prepared cardboard pieces at the bottom of your bin or pile. This creates excellent drainage while providing a substantial carbon base. Follow this with a 2-inch layer of nitrogen-rich materials. Kitchen scraps, fresh grass clippings, or aged manure work perfectly. Then add another layer of cardboard, but this time only about 2 inches thick. Continue alternating layers, always ending with browns on top to minimize odors and pest attraction. The beauty of this system is how the cardboard layers create structure within your pile. They prevent the nitrogen-rich materials from compacting and going anaerobic, while slowly releasing carbon as they decompose. I typically aim for about 40% cardboard in my overall mix, which provides enough carbon to balance even heavy additions of kitchen scraps. Temperature monitoring becomes crucial with cardboard-heavy piles. The additional carbon can initially slow heating, but once microbial activity ramps up, these piles often reach higher temperatures than traditional compost. Even with proper preparation, you might encounter some challenges when composting cardboard. The most common issue I see is cardboard clumping together into impermeable mats. This happens when pieces are too wet or when you've added too much at once without adequate mixing. If you notice matting, don't panic. Simply turn your pile and break up the clumped cardboard by hand, mixing it thoroughly with other materials. This is why I always keep a pitchfork dedicated to compost turning. It's perfect for breaking up stubborn cardboard layers. Slow decomposition is another frequent concern, especially during cooler months. Some gardeners worry about attracting pests with cardboard, but in my experience, properly managed cardboard compost actually deters many problematic insects. The structure cardboard provides improves airflow, reducing the anaerobic conditions that attract flies and other nuisances. After 6 to 12 months, depending on your climate and management, you'll start seeing finished compost at the bottom of your pile. Cardboard-enriched compost has a distinctive, rich texture that's immediately recognizable. It tends to be slightly more structured than traditional compost, with better water retention and improved soil binding properties. When screening your finished compost, don't be alarmed if you find some undecomposed cardboard pieces, especially from the outer edges of your pile. Simply toss these back into your next batch. They'll continue breaking down and adding value to your next compost cycle. The finished product is absolute magic for your garden. I found that vegetables grown in soil amended with cardboard compost show improved drought tolerance and overall vigor. Integrating cardboard composting into your routine transforms how you view packaging waste. Instead of feeling guilty about those delivery boxes, you'll start seeing them as future plant food. I keep a cardboard preparation station in my garage with all the tools I need, making it easy to process boxes as they arrive. Consider coordinating with neighbors or local businesses to collect their clean cardboard. Many small retailers are happy to save boxes for gardeners, and you'll be doing them a favor by reducing their waste disposal costs. This community approach not only increases your compost materials but also spreads awareness about sustainable gardening practices. The environmental impact of composting cardboard extends far beyond your garden. By diverting cardboard from recycling or landfills, you're reducing transportation energy and processing costs while creating a valuable resource right at home. It's a perfect example of closing the loop in sustainable living. Your garden and our planet will thank you for making this simple but powerful change. Ready to transform your cardboard waste into gardening gold? Start saving those boxes today, and don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sensei for more game-changing gardening tips. Share this article with fellow gardeners who are ready to embrace zero-waste living. Together, we can cultivate a more sustainable future, one compost pile at a time.